A very good evening and a very warm welcome to Ace Tech Network X webinar series in association with Amulya Mica. Thank you all for joining us for the webinar today. Today's session will be the wisdom of nature, wellness and design, powered by Amulya Mica. Moderating today's session is Architect Arun Sharma, Principal Architect with Atre and Associates. Mr. Arun Sharma believes in dealing with every project with a question of environment. Entrenched in 1997, he has an experience in architecture and interior design industry for over 2 decades. He indulges himself in the approach and process of adding reality to his imagination by familiarizing himself and his cohort with minute and fine points of each construction. They have designed a wide range of residential projects, hospitality projects, including hotels, resorts, restaurants, discotheques, commercial projects, which include showrooms and office spaces and institutionals. The firm prides itself on unique and bold award-winning projects as well. We would be playing a short corporate video to introduce our partners, Amulya Mica. Tech team, can you please play the video?
ये कहानी है एक सपने की। सन 1997 में पूर्वी भारत के आंचल से निकला एक सपना पश्चिमी छोर पर स्थित गुजरात की गोद में जा बसा। मानो पहाड़ों को चीरती एक नदी समंदर से जा मिली हो। ये कहानी है उसी सपने की जिसने करोड़ों घरों को बनाया सपनों का मंदिर। ये कहानी है उसी सपने की जिसने ऑफिस को बनाया एक ड्रीम डेस्टिनेशन। स्वप्न दृष्टा श्री राकेश अग्रवाल का यह सपना श्री बनवारीलाल अग्रवाल के मार्गदर्शन में आज उभरा है एक अद्वितीय हकीकत बनकर। अमूल्य घर सजा साथ निभा। वर्ष 2004 में अमूल्य माइका लेमिनेट्स की स्थापना के साथ शुरू हुआ भारत के घर घर को सजाने का एक सफर। 2017 में अमूल्य WPC भी बना इस सफर में साझेदार। चेयरमैन श्री ओम प्रकाश अग्रवाल तथा मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर्स श्री राकेश अग्रवाल, श्री मुकेश अग्रवाल और श्री गिरधारीलाल डोकनिया की लीडरशिप में आज सिर्फ 15 साल की छोटी सी अवधि में अमूल्य बना है लाखों घरों के इंटीरियर्स की जान और हजारों ऑफिसेज की नई पहचान। ये 15 साल पूर्वांचल के लिए था अमूल्य को महज एक स्टार्टअप से लेकर एक ब्रांड के तौर पर स्थापित करने का सफर। कुछ गिने चुने प्रोडक्ट से लेकर 600 डिजाइन्स, और 100 फिनिशेस की क्षमता हासिल करने का सफर। एक छोटी सी वर्कफोर्स से लेकर 29 स्टेट्स, 400 से ज्यादा शहर, 70 डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स, 3000 से ज्यादा डीलर्स, और 130 से ज्यादा सेल्स पर्सन की एक फौज तैयार करने का एक सफर। गांधीधाम की एक छोटी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट से अमूल्य को 20 से ज्यादा देशों तक ले जाने का सफर। आज अमूल्य देश के सबसे तेजी से बढ़ रहे लेमिनेट्स उत्पादों में से एक है। इसीलिए तो भारत सरकार से अमूल्य ने पाया है एक्सपोर्ट हाउस स्टेटस। और तो और आए दिन अमूल्य को मिलते रहते हैं विशेषतम पुरस्कार। और ऐसा हो भी क्यों नहीं, सुपीरियर टेक्नोलॉजी से लेकर ए ग्रेड रॉ मटेरियल, लेमिनेट्स की बेजोड़ क्वालिटी प्रदान करने के लिए प्रोडक्शन के एक एक पहलू पर अमूल्य करता है नो कॉम्प्रोमाइज। पर्यावरण और अपनी कॉर्पोरेट सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी की ओर भी है अमूल्य पूरी तरह से जागरूक। और अमूल्य की सफलता का राज हमारे वर्कर्स, हमारे डीलर्स और हमारे कस्टमर्स का प्यार। उनका प्यार ही तो है जो रहा है हमारी सफलता का सच्चा साझेदार। आइए फिर एक बार एक नई इनिंग्स में फॉर्म करते हैं एक नई पार्टनरशिप।
साथियों, हम निकले थे अकेले, कारवां बनता चला गया। आज मुझे गर्व है कि आप सब भी मेरे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं। मैं इस बात पर यकीन रखता हूं कि यदि आपका साथ मिलता रहा तो हम अपने मंजिल पथ पर बढ़ते चलेंगे, बढ़ते चलेंगे।
आप, हम और अमूल्य, आइए घर बनाएं, घर सजाएं। अमूल्य, घर सजाए, साथ निभाए।
Thank you so much for the video. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. If you have any questions during the session, please type them in the question box in the Zoom control panel. Our moderator will address them towards the end of the webinar. Without further ado, I would now like to hand over the mic to our moderator, architect Arun Sharma ji, and introduce our panel for today. Over to you, sir.
Sharma sir, you are muted.
Yeah, Arun ji, you're mute.
Okay, चलेगा. मैंने अपने यहाँ से चल.
Yeah, am I audible, Sushant?
Yes, very much, sir.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much, Sushant, once again for this humble introduction. I would like to thank Amulya Maika for coming up with this live seminar. Today we will be discussing topic the wisdom of nature, wellness and design. To take this forward, we have an esteemed panelist of designers and architects. I just introduce Mr. Badrinath Kaleru from Studio Arthadet. Mr. Badrinath Kaleru, alumni of IIT Roorkee, founded Studio Arthadet in 2010 with the belief that every problem has the capacity to inspire unique and creative solutions that motivate growth. His vision is to design spaces that would evolve into art, enriching the lives of people inhabiting them. His work has been published on various national and international platforms, besides being shortlisted and awarded at WAF 2015 and to WAF 2017, WAF 2018, Salona Satellite 2018, and many more. And Mr. Badri, I was also there when you received the prize of WAF 2018. So I still remember those moments. And also, I want to introduce Mr. Dhirendra Mishra from D Design Studio. He's the principal architect in 27 years old firm called D Design Studio. Practicing in Kanpur, the firm D Design Studio is majorly involved in architecture and interior designing and project management services for projects like commercials, hospitality, institutional, and residential. The firm has already successfully completed some worth mentioning renovations projects of cinemas and hotels. And I'd like to introduce Ms. Shalja Agarwal from Amulya Maika. Next generation businesswoman, Ms. Shalja Agarwal handling marketing and sales pan-India for Amulya Maika. After stabilizing her own e-commerce venture, Ms. Agarwal decided to join her father's business. Ms. Shalja says every day is learning for her, and she feels highly motivated and involved. She adds that her lack of long experience is an asset that she carries no baggage and looks into a business afresh. Hence, she has been able to bring about a couple of innovations. Is a traditional business, digital cataloging and business analytics, and a couple of projects she has launched. Then I'd like to introduce Mr. Sanjeev Sharma from Amulya Maika. Sanjeev Sharma, regional manager, not for Amulya Maika, 20 years in building material, that is plywood, laminate, and decorative veneers. Started career from grassroots level from Green Ply, introduced to industries, followed by Century Plywood. Now heading North Zone for all the products at Amulya. Now, friends, I just tell you the brief about our topic, wisdom of nature, and how it's related to design and wellness. So I like to tell you that nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. And there are 7 key principles which center around air, water, nourishment, light, fitness, comfort, and mind. Firstly, if you talk about the air quality is very important for well-being. Therefore, we need to incorporate toxin-absorbing plants which improves air quality, like spider plants, erica palm, and etc. To optimize air quality in the interior, we should have central air purifying system to eliminate airborne foreign dust particles and also to maintain the indoor air quality. Secondly, importance of natural light in wellness is also very well known and considered the fundamental in terms of design formation, right? The natural source of light creates a comfortable environment and spreads positive energy. Besides, air and light, sounds of water heals our mind and body and reduce stress and improve focus. And talking about fitness, regular exercise help in maintaining weight and controlling chronic diseases like heart diseases, diabetes, and any type of cancer. A dedicated workout room at home makes it easier. Also, in home yoga room or spa are a great way to support mental and emotional health. So these are like we as an architect play a very very important role to how to bring nature inside the house and how to be and close how to design the thing which is close to nature, close to the natural light and air. So to start with, I just want to ask Mr. Badri, can you please highlight what is the importance of 5 elements in designing?
Hi everyone. Nice introduction, Arunji. So basically, when we talk about elements, so primarily, like if we understand, we are actually we are manifestation of 5 elements. So whatever we consider as 5 elements is not something that exists around us. It actually exists in us in a certain part and everything in a certain group. And if you look at what actually exists in us and what exists in the cosmos is actually in the same ways. That's how we say that in a yogic system, you always say like, we are the cosmos. So when we talk about the importance of element, that is the way how our basic existence is designed around. If, for example, the amount of the content of water present in our body is similar to the content of water present on the planet. So the whole existence of a human being and an existence of an entire planet is all around like connected to each other. So when we consider something which is of so important and so significant, so incorporating elements should be the way of design. It should not be like an element or a speciality of design. That's the way it should exist. How we say that, because end of the day, like it's all like when everything is seen as an energy form. So energies in terms of materials also play in a certain, like any kind of interior cannot replace a kind of a tree, a view of a tree from a window. Whatever is the kind of interiors, like we as a human being has been designed to always look out towards the elements. So those elements become the core existence, and the whole point is like elements first, enclosure next. Because as a human being, we can live without an enclosure, but probably we can't live without the elements. So it's like we should have the elements in first, and probably the enclosures, what we need to do, can come in a subtle way.
Right, absolutely right. Yeah, if you want to add something, Mr. Dhirendra, I want to ask further, like how can technology help in smart ecology?
Hi, everybody. We can start putting up things like that, as Badri said very rightly, we are evolved out of nature. And one fine day, everybody vanishes into the nature. So it is a journey. And in between, the journey which starts from nature and ends up to the nature, in between what happens, the technology tries to drag us away from the nature most of the time. And that is why we have started using technologies to comfort ourselves in a compartment and just given a dam to the nature, and we have corrupted that nature part just for the sake of making us more comfortable inside the compartment. So what happens, what I feel, that you cannot do away with the use of the technology in the present circumstances, and we must enhance the qualitative working with the use of best of the best state-of-the-art technologies, incorporating in our designs and our constructions. But we have to very sincerely select what technology is conducive to our ecological balance and what technology is supporting the way the nature wants us to live. For example, if you start with, as Badri started with, the energy. For any kind of a construction, any kind of a living, any kind of a life, you need energy. For example, you need energy for just for the climatologically conditioning of the space needs energy. Whether you are in a cool area, you need some energy to warm your areas, and if you are in a hot areas like us, most of the time we battle with the heat, and we try to make our environment, our inside environment, as conducive to our body, nearest to the body temperature in the comfort areas, to cool the interiors. And what you do, we use the power, and we all know, we all are using mostly the conventional power, which is produced by devastated nature, spoiling the environment, air quality index, everything. So what I envisage as a designer, to utilize the technology of, captivating upon the solar energies or conventional ways of cooling the environment, like having terrace lawns, like having a solar panel on the top on the surfaces, so that that energy which we generate is directly dedicated to the cooling of the building. What we are, advocating these days is that we use, mandatorily we use this most of the surface area for solar energies, and that solar energy is directly dedicated to the cooling of the building, nothing else. As the sun comes up, it starts producing the energy, and that energy is given to the air conditioning system or air controlling systems. They just utilize that energy into the cooling, whatever maximum they can do. So ultimately, we are utilizing, captivating upon the non-conventional pure source of energy, which is not, damaging our environment or our ecology, and we are getting ourselves into the comforted zone. Most of the projects, we strongly advocate the use of terrace lawns. Our office has got a fully thick grass terrace lawn. Our residences are fully grazed terrace lawns. We used to, cultivate the vegetables on the terraces. So that is one form of, using, getting the environment, getting the nature inside our design. And we are trying to cope up. We are trying to make a balance in which we are utilizing the nature for our comfort, not we are comforting ourselves on the cost of it.
एक बात बताओ, ये बाबू ने जो बोला लोग महाराष्ट्र का जिक्र कर रहे हैं, तो के मीम की बात नहीं कर रहे थे?
So we have to design the building which are
बोल रहे थे ना, लोग महाराष्ट्र का फिक्र करने से क्या मतलब है?
towards to so that we should not imbalance.
तो मेरे को लगा कहीं में, मतलब तुमने मेरा नाम तो नहीं लिया ना, बाबू राहुल ओझा?
Somebody has to be muted.
Some disturbance is there. Can you just see into
Can you
that?
please mute this, disconnect this person, whoever it is, Aztec team?
Yes.
So yes, Mr. Dhirendra, I completely agree with you. And you rightly said, we have to design the building in a way, we have to conserve the energy, and we should not use it directly. Like radiant cooling or radiant heating is a very good example. And also taking the terrace gardens is also, is a very good example what you already, described us. Thank you so much for that. In addition, I want to ask Badri, like in the time of pandemic, there is a shift of, perspective of planning of spaces. How do you think this will impact? Yeah, Badriji.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So basically, like, yes, like it has taught us new ways of doing things. In terms of the plannings have shifted in terms of like earlier, like now there is all of a sudden there was this, we are doing a kind of an intent where we were asking for all the guest rooms to be converted into hospital ready rooms, wherein like if a huge influx of it's something like an
Badri, your voice is not audible. No. Yeah, tech team, please check.
because it's
Yeah, it's fine. Now it's audible.
it's fine now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So basically, when we talk about how the planning has shifted, all of a sudden the whole idea of because people started living more at home, so the whole perspective of using more spaces for different kinds of reasons have increased, and that has been shifted in terms of how a guest room could be multi-foldly used for as a hospital ready room, and how predominantly say suppose what we consider as a gym area all of a sudden started shifting like a multi-functional room for the house itself, where there could be virtual trainers, because virtual trainers is a new addition to what pandemic has brought in, and all of a sudden the whole aspect of fitness has changed from something that was related to equipment to something that was related towards what we call as a virtual interaction. So each of these aspects, and I would be sure like more things would, like say suppose how during there was a time wherein people were thinking of sanitization tanks at the entrance of a house, like, and how the age old systems of how people used to live during the medieval age, where you could need actually had it tanks for washing hands and at the entrance, and then you move into the house. So the whole concept of hygiene, specifically probably primarily for North India, it's also about right from how a minute thing like leaving footwear outside the house, wherein it is predominantly prominent in rest of the India, but like where North India is one thing where people still want to take their footwear right into their washrooms, and wherein so all these perspective shifts have happened, which naturally should have been there, but just because we are now more aware in terms of what things are, and we are seeing them from a different lens, which is actually helping us to introspect and find new ways of expression of spaces.
Right, Badri. So thank you so much, Badri, for this. Yeah, I completely agree with that. And I just want to ask our next generation businesswoman, Ms. Shelja. I want to ask Shelja, how do you think as a company you have taken initiatives and given back to the nature?
So I would good evening everyone first, and I would like to address this address this question starting with, for us as a company, we don't consider CSR activity as an additional function. For us, it is inbuilt, like marketing, production, dispatch is a system inbuilt. For us, CSR is also inbuilt. It is because of our MD sir's vision of giving back to the society. So as a company, we follow that norm through and through. We've been following it. So before this COVID period came in, since the time since past 7 to 8 years, we've been following a theme named as Plant for Planet, wherein we plant a particular tree, plant a tree for every 36 pieces of plywood that we use. That is our way of kind of giving back to the nature, because we know that the raw material that we use is definitely going to cause harm to the nature, that we cannot, like for plywood we will have to do that, but we try to give back to the nature as much as possible. Like Badri ji earlier said that Dhirendra ji earlier said that nature is somewhere where you are born and you will go back to the nature only ultimately. So we should technically give back to the nature, because that's where we get stuff from. That is the first thing. Secondly, we have also planted 75,000 trees till date. As a company, everybody has contributed their salaries. We have taken contribution from our business associates, from renowned architects like you present here. And we have an aim of completing the plantation of over 1 lakh trees for the celebration of our 75th Independence Day. So we are very much confident that by the 75th celebration of our Independence Day, we will be able to achieve our target of 1 lakh trees. Despite these CSR activities, one more thing that we have done particularly to contribute to the nature, to give back to the nature is, develop a product which we came up with 4 to 5 years back, which is termed as synchronized laminate. So we particularly developed this product thinking of various aspects. One of the major reason why we came up with this product was that veneer is something that, kind of is made from nature, that causes harm to nature. But we wanted something which is a replacement of veneer, the exact replica of veneer, but does not deplete our nature, which just does not cause any harm to our nature. So our synchronized laminate product is itself a product that gives back to nature. That is itself it is of course not a CSR activity. That is a product that we sell, but we tried developing this product. We have to give back to the nature and not to cause much harm to the nature, because it is laminate. Of course, it is not made with any natural products, so it doesn't cause that harm.
Great. Thank you so much, Salja. And Sanjeev ji, can you please give something on, like, can you please tell us, nature and design go hand in hand. Can you, as a market expert, elaborate how is the industry approaching for products that are eco-friendly and health-friendly?
Mute.
Yeah, Sanjeev ji, you are mute. Yeah.
Sorry, sir. First of all, I would like to thank Arunji to call me a marketing expert, which actually I'm not. The people like us are always being guided by the people like you. Anyway, thanks a lot. As Ms. Shailja said earlier, we all need to contribute from our side towards the nature and wellness. So we, along with that, we also try to make some changes in our product and in the thought process of the organization. In the process of that, we have developed the plywood. That is our first and the most conventional business where we are into. We had developed plywood with a very, very low emission resin, because even in contemporary era, people are still associate and attached with the usage of plywood, and especially in the residence, right? So we are there with a low emission resin plywood. Right. Along with that, as Ms. Shailja mentioned, it is the need of the day also. We have come up with a laminate with 10-year guarantee, along with the antibacterial feature. That is the most important factor nowadays being checked in the system. And apart from that, we have launched, there are so many manufacturers are available in India with WPC and PVC product, but we have tried to make something better and nature friendly and of course good for the health. So we have developed the WPC with content no, I would say it is the lead-free product, and we all know that lead causes cancer to the human beings. So we have developed the product lead-free for WPC and PVC. We all know that a few years back, Supreme Court has advised the PVC pipe manufacturer to phase out the leaded PVC pipe, which actually harms. So we are the first company in India to process this concept of lead-free, especially in the part of PVC boards, right? We have the product PVC product with ROHS compliance, and we are having the SGS certificate. And the most special part is that we have developed the product in a way that we have got the food grade certificate from various labs. The product is so pure that you can keep your food and vegetable on it, and you can consume that. So in that way, we try to preserve the health and nature from our side. I would suggest the technical team to play a small video about the WPC if it is available. Thank you very much. It's over to you, Arunji.
Yes. Thank you so much, Sanjeev ji. So you have explained very well, like this is the wonderful things what we can incorporate in our designs.
Thanks a
And
lot.
in the, like if you're doing the projects of hospitality or even in the residential projects, we can use it in the kitchens and where, such type of things are required. Just really great. Thank you so much for having such product in the market. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. I would like to add a very small thing in that.
Yes.
We are very fortunate that we have Mr. Dhiren Mishra sitting along with us. He's the man who really contributed excellent, I would say, and congratulate that the way he has applied WPC in his projects. So I must say thanks to Mr. Mishra on behalf of company and in the betterment of the product as well. Thank you, sir.
Great, great. So, Dhirendra, we would like to throw some light on this, like how you're using these products and why you like this Amulya product more, like WPC panel or the other products they are talking about.
अरुण जी देखिए, मेरा दृष्टिकोण बिल्कुल साफ है. मैं एनवायरनमेंट और स्पेशली नेचर को डिसबैलेंस करके अपना आर्किटेक्चर और इंटीरियर नहीं क्रिएट करना चाहता. आई एम सॉरी बिकॉज आई हैव बैड थ्रोट, सो अब थोड़ा सा दिक्कत हो, मुझे खराश में हो रही है.
No, you are perfectly. Please tell me.
जैसे ये सिंक्रोनाइज्ड लैमिनेट की बात है, दैट इज अ वंडरफुल प्रोडक्ट फॉर मी बिकॉज जैसे पीपल नो अराउंड अस, जो कानपुर और उसके आसपास लोग हैं यूपी में जानते हैं, आई हार्डली यूज द इंडियन वुड इन आवर प्रोजेक्ट्स. अगर वुड लगानी भी होती है तो आई यूज दैट वुड which is imported from that area, where after cutting that much of an abundance, their green cover is not reducing by 0.1% yearly. So that is the USP of the European woods. तो हम अपने यहाँ साखू की चौखटें नहीं लगाते. अब तो WPC का बहुत बढ़िया प्रोडक्ट आ गया चौखट्स के लिए. We started for, जैसे ही आया we started using that because जितना as a unit अगर हम इसको एडवोकेट कर पाएंगे, बिकॉज अगर कोई भी नेचर को आप बैलेंस करना चाहते हैं तो सबसे पहले अपने फॉरेस्ट को आपको कंजर्व करना पड़ेगा. एंड दैट इज माय फर्स्ट मोटिव. एंड सेकेंडली, जैसे वो लैमिनेट की बात आई, वो लैमिनेट हमने बहुत सारा इस्तेमाल किया. मतलब वी कॉन्स्टेंटली बीन यूजिंग दैट लैमिनेट इन हैविंग एन एज ओवर द veneers.
Yeah, that looks absolutely like veneer, and those are the laminates. Yeah.
Yes, and similarly WPC, we use plenty of WPCs in our project. जहां जहां तक इस्तेमाल हो सकता है वहां WPC यूज होता है. उसके बाद अगर जहां मैंडेटरी हो गया कि नहीं लगाना है, प्लाईवुड लगाना है, तो मैं वो सर्च करता हूं वो प्लाईवुड, वो इंडस्ट्री जिसने की इंपोर्टेड हार्डवुड को यूज करके अपना प्लाईवुड बनाया.
Yes.
Not the plywood which has been used by cutting jungles of India.
Yes.
Those plywood which are made by the raw material imported from outside.
Yeah.
And mostly in Gandhinagar, whatever the plywood industries are there, they are using that imported woods. तो मेरा मानना ये है कि हम सबको अगर जरा सा भी जिम्मेदारी समझनी है और अपने एनवायरनमेंट को बैलेंस रखना है तो हमको ये करना पड़ेगा. क्योंकि वही अब टेक्नोलॉजी के यूज के लिए मैं मना नहीं करता, मैं आई एम फॉर इट, लेकिन अब वो टेक्नोलॉजी जिसने ऐसा वेनियर, ऐसा लैमिनेट बनाया which is as close as veneer, that technology has to be utilized. That technology has to be utilized up to most.
Yes, we should be responsible for the environment around. Yeah. Very
Right.
good. Yes, I completely agree. That's great. Thank you so much, Dhirendra ji. And Mr. Sushant, can we start with the second session for the design for health and wellness? Can we start with that?
Absolutely, sir. Yes.
Right. To start with that, I will just like Mr. Badri to throw some light on like how we are interconnected, how design is connected to the nature, and how we should do that. So to be precise, I just ask one question, Mr. Badri. This architecture promotes harmony between human habitation and natural world. how do you think material in the design blend with the nature? In addition, like considering the COVID restrictions and increasing labor cost, how do you think we can improve project timelines and efficiency?
So Arunji, like there are so many questions bundled into one. So let us untangle each of them. So if we first talk about the harmony of material and design,
Yeah.
so for me, like every material has a certain kind of energy, and if you are actually receptive to it, so it actually how like standing in a stone temple would create a certain kind of energy around you. So the material actually carries that kind of energy. So consciously we were, when we use materials, like for example, probably when the use of natural materials bring in, like again, as one of a very like a very like for example, there's a bamboo architect who actually talked about when we eat our food, we need to, we have our we have different kinds of, we have proteins, we have salads and everything. So similarly, when we make our building, we need to have a balance of minerals and vegetation. So if the building needs to have, like when we mine so much, we use materials which are mined, so it actually depletes us resources, and something that is easily replaceable. For example, use, say suppose use of certain kinds of wood which are easily replenished, as we talked before, should be because wood probably would be a kind of a zero energy product, wherein like when there is no energy to grow wood, except that yes, if it is done in a very certain way where it is not affecting the green car, but it is probably like the most carbon neutral product that we could ever have. So use of materials and like reduction in terms of mining, so that could be one element to look at where we need to bring in harmony. And similarly, when we talk about situation where like COVID pandemic is probably, it's just that there is just a blip in the curve, like we were probably going too fast and there was a correcting factor which just happened, and probably it's just, it has given us more time to think more consciously and take decisions which we are more responsible for, like considering that, because had it been like, there wouldn't be a situation where there could have been so much less of international travel probably in your entire career, or in a time where the entire travel has been stopped and the entire exchange in a form of a physical way has stopped. It actually shows up we are a very subtle, gentle kind of a fabric which we need to address it. So when similarly when we talk about harmony in terms of material, so material harmony, for example, use of lime plaster on an interior surface would actually help you to cut down, like increase it, it helps you to increase the amount of, to increase the reduce the amount of carbon dioxide within that space. And probably we did it in my own apartment, wherein we did the entire thing to be in plastered in lime. It's an actually like 300-year-old recipe, but the kind of vibrancy it has is very different from what we conventionally use as materials. So every material, when it is actually respected, and for example, how we talk about how mud is being used as a dehumidifier. So the basic elemental materials have a lot in them in terms of how to make use of it. So similarly, yes, in an urban situation, it is not possible that everything we use could be earthenly or everything, but just that there could be like certain interventions which just make us connected, that we are part of the universe and using materials which are
Yeah, I think Mr. Badri, your
net support. Like.
problem with the net, I think. So Mr. Badri rightly said the use of like right material in a right way creates impact on the inhabitants. And also, you know, like stone has having its own importance in the same way, the mud is having its own importance. Like, I did one project in which I just, instead of plaster, we just did that mud plaster all around. So the kind of aura it creates, the calm of the feeling of calmness it creates really have too much impact. And, in there we use the water inside, we used like a small water body and a like green patch from where actually the slight atrium was there. So overall, these materials really, helps in creating that particular aura, which give you the feeling of closeness to the nature and, of course, that feeling of calmness, right, Badri? Sorry, Badri, you were like your net was, I think some problem of net was there. So you can please continue from that point.
Am I audible now?
Yes, now
Yes.
you're.
I'm so sorry for my net
No,
specifically.
it's okay. Completely fine.
Because I'm actually doing from a client's place because the meeting was so long that I asked to do it from here. I couldn't get back to office. So, so the whole idea
Shows
in
how
terms of
hardworking
harmony.
you are.
So though the whole idea of harmony is something that it is part of our existence. And when we talk about how materials impact us, they actually impact us in a very stronger way than we actually perceive them. Because certain kind of, if you actually hold a certain kind of crystal, the kind of vibrancy of energies it possesses because of the kind of formation it has is phenomenal. So similarly, when the choice of materials has to be carefully done in terms of, because buildings are one thing which affect us the most, like how the food as affects us, similarly building also affect us. And choice of materials also, they affect us so much that we need to strike a balance between what is man-made, what is mineral, what is vegetation, similarly what is eco-friendly. So it should be a mix of subtle blend of all these materials. And yes, example, like, because when times change, the materials have to change. Because if we think, say, suppose we were working on a project somewhere in Madhya Pradesh, wherein we were redeveloping an entire village. So the village was actually formed by the roofs were formed by the forest wood, which was accessible probably in 1980s, but it is not accessible due to the new norms anymore. So if they have to build further, they had to either leave their traditional ways, or we'll have to find the certain alternative where they could build in a sustainable way. Either we have to grow sustainable forestry for them, or we have to do it in a certain way where they can actually do it. So otherwise the entire concept of how they were living ecologically would have vanished, because just a subtle variation in the ecosystem has created so much of turmoil that their core existence was at risk. So similarly, when times change, the materials cannot be from the age-old thing. That's where like new inventions have to be made by companies like Amulya, wherein we have to bring in new ways of looking at material, and material which worked well once. Say suppose like marbles were cut at much thicker sizes way back, but now we need to look at possibilities where thinner marbles could have worked out better, where technology can help in to reduce the impact on the mineral. Similarly, like there was a time where veneer was to be used as if when like thick logs of wood, and it was not responsible forestry. And all of a sudden now, with the acceptance of varied nature of veneers, wherein like what was considered, say suppose as an was not appropriate veneer, today we are using different kinds of veneer which are made out of very younger kind of trees, which is a kind of responsible forestry that develops into something and manifests into something which could which says that material once correct will not be correct ever.
Yes, right, Badri. And also the choice of material should be according to the context, like which area we are designing, so that also depends on the, like if you're designing some of the project in Himalaya, or you're designing in deserts, or you're designing somewhere else. So it depends on that as well. So we have to be, this also plays a very important role. Right. And Shailja, I just want to ask you, what are your views about improving project efficiency and at the same time maintaining the quality standard that can help design achieve its motive?
So what I personally feel during this past 1 year, it has been a very, it has been a lot of learning, but it has been a rough year for everybody. Be it architects like you, or be it us from the company point of view, it has been rough for everybody. But the most difficult part was that the ongoing projects that were there, the timeline was extended because of labor deficiency, and because of the factories not being able to provide material on time, dispatch issues, and a lot more issues like that. So during this particular time, I feel now we are at the second wave of COVID. Again, we are facing this, and I don't think this is going to settle down in the next 1.5, 2 years because of the population that we have in our country. So I feel companies should develop, like Badriji also said about marble becoming thinner instead of being thicker. Companies should come up and develop products that can suffice the need and can be cost effective. Firstly, because due to this, a lot of people have lost their income opportunities, salaries have been deducted, a lot more things have happened. So should be cost effective and should be environment friendly considering the current situation, and most importantly should be easy to install, can lower the timeline of the project, like the project which takes, for instance, a year, for instance 6 months, that the timeline can be reduced. Every company, be it us or be it any other company, should work towards some products, developing some products like that. So we as a company we were anyway developing a product before COVID came into the picture, like I mentioned about synchronized laminate. And we came up with a folder that was supposed to be launched right before COVID came into picture, but we had to launch it after because of the COVID situation. So the folder's name is Imperial Catalog. It comprises of three different product range that we have. That is synchronized laminate, seven wonder, and exotic veneer. So all these three ranges kind of compress and kind of compile all the possible veneer avenues that we have. Like it compiles all the types of veneer that are available. And of course, it's in reality it is laminate, but it is the exact replica of veneer. So being a part of Amulya, it might just feel that I'm endorsing my product, but I'll just play a 1-day makeover challenge video. I'll ask my tech team to play it. That video was shot in our office. Today I'm sitting in our new office. That video was shot in our office in our MD sir's cabin. Veneer has been applied, which took a lot more time because it requires polishing, repolishing. It was much more expensive. In my cabin that you can see this wall, synchronized laminate has been applied, which was applied within a day because it has to be pasted, and cost wise it was 1/4 of the cost of veneer. So while the construction was going on, we shot a video of how you can do your house makeover in one particular day with the help of this particular collection, and how veneer takes a lot more time, and how you become environment friendly also. So tech team, I request you to please play the video. I think there is some connectivity issue. They will play it in a minute or so. But meanwhile, what I would like to say is that this particular, okay, I think it's all right. Let them continue playing. So basically this product also kind of addresses the issue that how you can addresses 3-4 issues: how it is cost efficient, how it is environment friendly, how it is effortless, like how you save on a lot of time. And I think now the video is ready. You can see it for yourself. real lab product materials. Day one the product and day three has like I said about the cost. So this is what I had to say, like in terms of not only our company, but as a whole, the industry should move towards addressing the issues faced by architects like you to develop products that can reduce your project timelines, which would be beneficial for the client and for everyone as a whole.
We will save lots of time by using such materials. And also there are lots of pollution, air pollution has been reduced because while pollution uses that the pollution apply that PU and everything on that. So that causes lots of air pollution and it's not good for health of the applicators and all. So this reduces that even. That is great, Shelja. And we're looking forward for such products from your side, from your company. That's great. And Mr. Dhirendra, hello. Mr. Dhirendra, can you hear me? Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, but I can't see him as the panelist here.
So, chalo, meanwhile, he joins us. Sanjeev ji, as a technical person, how do you think the industry can contribute towards wellness and design?
Sir, as I was synchronized what Mr. Badrinath mentioned earlier, that he focused on the aesthetic value, the longevity of the product which we used to develop nowadays.
Yes.
So in process of that, we also worked a bit on that. We had tried to develop certain products which actually makes that overall process easier. Especially suppose if we say WPC, so there is always a limitation in the white color as you use in the kitchen and the wardrobes. So we have tried to develop something very colorful to make your imagination and innovation more happening and progressive. So I would like to just share certain things with you. This is the Rainbow series we have launched in the WPC. So you can use this product in a proper designing element of your overall drawing and designing. Apart from that, there is always a problem of time, and of course there is you are the best judge because the area where you have been living and working, there is always a problem of termite and borer.
Right.
In the houses, huge houses, huge coties. So we had made a PVC chalk hut, and along with the combination of PVC doors, which is actually perfect solution of, it is a one-time solution which will remain intact whole the life as far as the building is concerned. Because the termite comes right from the timber.
Right.
And along with that, making a wooden chalk hut and a wooden door itself is a work as far as the residential sites are concerned. And even where in the commercial sites where the big requirements are there, the cost makes a big difference in that. So we as a company had tried to develop, and we are very much successful in that, developing one product that is PVC chalk hut. I can show you the sample. We have the product available along with the PVC door. So that actually is a tension-free product for the residential as well as the commercial and multi-storied housings. Apart from that, especially in the kitchens, people prefer to use those products which are actually containing long life. So for that also, we had developed the compact laminate that comes in various thicknesses. Certain kitchen manufacturers have started using it. I can show you the product. This is 12 mm compact laminate. You can use this for the fixtures, especially kitchen especially fixtures, wardrobes, and that carcass, as technically you say. So these products, once it is used, this will remain, say, lifelong. 10 years, 20 years, the color, the life, and the strength of the product will remain same. So these products will be contributing in the longevity, aesthetic, as well as the beauty of the product and the house.
Great. And how many colors are there in the WPC?
Initially, we have come up with the 8 colors.
8 colors.
Over a period, we have planned another 4 or 5 colors to come.
Right. And what about the for as you told us about the chocolate, instead of wooden chocolate, you have UPVC chocolate.
Right.
What the more generally what problem we face in such materials? They have very less holding power of the screws. So
No, my product is having a density of around 850 kg per cubic meter.
That's fantastic. Oh, that is very.
The normally Meranti wood is containing 650.
So that means screw won't come out, like?
Yeah.
We can use
Yes. Of course, yes.
And what is the maximum of the chocolate we can take in such type of material?
Sorry?
What is the maximum height of the doors, door frames?
Doors, chocolate, we have a height of 12 feet.
12 feet.
Available. Yes. And as you ask for the size, we are I would like to mention, we are the only company available in India who is giving a width of 6 feet whiteboard in WPC. So even in door, if you want a 10 or 12 feet long door, we are there to give it. No issue.
That is so wonderful. Because generally we get
one small question here. I would ask about, are there any special provisions that are being done for, generally, because in an earlier time where we use WPC, there's also a certain kind of rodent menace that occurs. Is there any special provisions that have been taken?
Would you please repeat your question, sir? There was some issue in the.
Is there any precautions that have been taken against to curb the rodent menace occurred to PVC-based products?
I don't think it is required, sir. We didn't find any technical issue in the application of any kind of application in the PVC.
Okay.
I would request Mr. Dhiren to put some light on that, because he is the actual user of this product in a big manner.
Mr. Dhirendra can answer you in a.
I have. It seems that I have become the brand ambassador for Amulya.
Sir, I must mention on this platform that in Kanpur and surrounding, even Lucknow or Banda and all the areas, people have started using the WPC and PVC because Mr. Dhiren Mishra is using the WPC.
That's great. That's so I think same is going to happen in Chandigarh, because Mr. Badri is going to use that. So that's
And I think it should happen in Delhi as well.
Great. So Dhirendra, can you please tell me, how do you think using health-friendly products can influence and impact design?
Definitely, it has a real impact, impact in real sense. In fact, whatever product we use in our habitat, if they are emitting something, if they are decaying in a manner which is the whatever is coming out is injurious. Similarly, if you can recall, in old cinema halls, the insulation, sound insulations were being done through glass wool fibers packed in a jute bag. And all the false ceilings, all the back walls, all the front walls, backstages, they were all filled up with the glass wool. And that glass wool in that area, in that era, that glass wool was not also, composites. It was loose glass wool fibers. So at the time of packing it up, the manpower inhaled. At the time when it is a closed chamber, when the air is recirculated inside, that fibers being inhaled by the audience. So ultimately, the technology came. Now we have a compressed boards which don't have anything to lose. So we have to very sincerely specify our materials, seeing the characteristics, their properties, whether they are emitting anything, such thing which is hazardous for human being or not. So we must have that, because this is a marketing time. People can market anything in this world. So it is our job, in fact, the specifier's job, to see very judiciously upon what material is meant for what purpose.
And how they are made of, like what is the
Yes. What is the process of being manufactured?
WPC is a product which is like eco-friendly and it's made up without any impact on environment.
WPC is predominantly, the hydrocarbon material. So, this is a predominantly petroleum product which is being used inside.
Okay.
So, my emphasis on using this WPC is that at least it is not, doing anything bad to our green covers. So that is because ultimately, अगर मैं थोड़ा सा इसी कोविड सिनेरियो को एनालाइज करता हूँ, खाली समय में बैठा था, बहुत चीजें एनालाइज कर ली, उसमें ये भी है, इफ यू, जैसे कि अभी बद्री ने स्टार्ट किया था कि दिस कॉस्मोस एंड यू आर बेसिकली द सेम मटेरियल, वी आर जस्ट साइज वेरिएशन, अल्टीमेटली द composition is same. So just like you are a body, the earth is a body, and what you call a virus, COVID virus for you, if you close your eye and you see that for the earth, this man is a virus.
Yes.
So when this virus attacked earth, what is the production from inside the body of earth is the antibodies, which is COVID. COVID came up, we all went into our shells. So the virus, which is the actual virus for the earth, went into the shell, and the nature groomed.
Yes.
Everything has tend to travel towards the normalcies. So this is a lesson for us. We have to make that balance, that we should not become a virus for a body. We should always be always be a support to that body. We should not become a virus for that body. Otherwise, antibodies like COVID will keep on coming.
Fantastic, Dhirendra ji. The type of example you've given is mind-blowing. Fantastic example. Because I can see the videos the COVID time from that Ganga river. So that is so pure. You can see, the stones, which is at the depth of 5 feet or something like that. Otherwise, I generally go towards that side to have, the calmness and the ideas from the nature. So I never found the Ganga like that. So
yes, Himalaya was being seen from Muradabad.
Yeah.
So
really?
Skies were so clear. Yes.
My God. So you're rightly said. And then the way you put up is really fantastic.
So it is high time, we should, what my contention is, it is high time that we should bring nature to us. You cannot, think of every time that you will create nature in jungles, and you will create concrete jungles in another areas. You have to bring nature into the urban areas, into your concrete bodies. You have to amalgamate nature. My idea of designing is you have to amalgamate nature in your designs.
And architects play a vital role in that.
Everything starts from them. Everything starts from them.
We are the only people who can do that in a construction.
At least we can advocate. At least we can guide. At least we can show that picture to our clients.
Yeah, that's right. How to bring
and for that you have to start from your own house first.
Yes. That's true. Yeah. So you want to add something, Badri?
I think I very well like the analogy which Mr. Mishraji has brought up, like how humans can be understood like a virus to it.
Yes.
So that's how like the change of perspective is very important, even for us when we try to intervene with something. Like yes, money can buy you material, but the material actually belongs to the environment. So when we talk about you have paid for the material, but not for the loss that happened to the environment, and you cannot repay it that way. So similarly, like it is like, though we say that it is I can afford this material, but the resource you cannot buy that resource, and how much something that has gone into making of that kind. So treating things like more respectfully, and also like how designers can also play a role in terms of like when we are on diet, we eat less, we only eat what is essential, and we don't eat endlessly. Similarly, when as a designers, we are also consumers of material. So when we say we are consumers of material, we need to have a certain kind of responsibility where we consume the material consciously. It is not that where we could endlessly use material over and over again, but if some things could be done with minimalism and probably less of detail, we could definitely subscribe.
Yes, you're right.
I want to add one more thing into this.
Yeah, Dhananjay,
Can I?
please.
Can I? Yeah.
Please, Dhananjay.
First of all, we have to analyze ourselves that we are not actually we manifest ourselves as a body. Actually, we are not the body. We are life. When you start thinking in that terms that you are life, you the most important, the in thing what you are known with is your life. Everything else is the accumulation. What have you gathered? So if you start your journey from your birth, ultimately you are gathering everything. You are gathering masses. You are gathering, blood. You are gathering. Every time you are gathering, you are eating food. You are gathering something. So ultimately, when you analyze, when realize that it is the life, and ultimately whatever your mind, your heart, your every organs, they are supporting that life. So ultimately, if you realize that, then you will also act similar fashion in the environment also. You will start respecting life. When you will start respecting life, everything will become normal. Every imbalance will go away.
Yes. Rightly said, Dhananjay. So Shailja, say apart from Amulya, right? Apart from what you're doing as a company from Amulya, apart from in general, what do you think? Like how architects are responsible, and how how they are bringing the nature, and how their role is so important in the society.
See, in our industry, it's the architects who are the major key players. Like architects like you, they can make any product success, or they can make any product failure. Like it's up to you to ultimately write. Whatever you get right, you write is used by the client, because the client doesn't know which product is what. So what I have heard from Dhirendra ji is really good, especially his comparison of human being to virus. That is something really commendable. I could never think of it. But overall, as a whole, what I took as a very good learning today here, I used to think that it's very few architects who I know of are conscious towards environment, are developing houses, or are developing their projects and making it environment friendly. But today, coming across eminent panelists like you, and especially Dhirendra ji's focus towards being environment friendly, I've understood that a lot more architects have now come into a picture of, developing products, developing projects that are, more towards health friendly looking. I think that's because of the COVID that has taken a toll. Or I don't know if it is generally the trend that has moved towards this, but I think that is something, if you ask me, except, yeah, yes, sir, you were saying something?
Me? No.
I thought somebody was saying something. Okay, anyway, as apart from architecture, apart from Amulya, if I talk about myself personally, I am very conscious towards environment personally. On every birthday celebration of mine, I contribute towards the nature by planting trees, because I feel that's where you breathe from, that's where you should give back to. So I was very happy to encounter that a lot of people, architects like you, also believe in the same concept, and we all should together move towards creating, we should move towards creating more products like this, and you should move towards specifying such products so that the environment as a whole becomes more health friendly.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with this. That's really great to know, like what you do on your birthday, each and every birthday. That's great. And one of my client also, used the same, he every year he plant almost 100 trees in his farmhouses. So that is also a good move from the people who are aware of all this thing. So Sanjeevji, what do you want to say in addition to this?
I think Ms. Shailja has mentioned a lot. But as everybody said, it's the high time when we all are accountable towards the nature, because somewhere it is going to affect us and our next generation as well. So being again, as you said, ask Ms. Shailja apart from Amulya, but I would like to say something in context of Amulya. Because you see, I'm in the core team of Amulya, who in the designing and in the bringing in the new concept of the products. So while we start discussions and while we start focusing on the product, so honestly saying, it is the vision of managing director as well. We prefer to bring in those products which are actually health friendly, not even after the COVID only, but since beginning. I've been working in Amulya for the last 7 years. So our focus is always on the products which are actually related to health and hygiene of the human beings. So I'm sure the many more products are about to come. We got delayed because of that overall pandemic. In coming year, we are coming up with 3 or 4 different products, and again, the focus will remain always on the health and hygiene and as well as the society. Thanks.
That's great, Sanjay. Thank you so much for that, and thank you so much for getting so many good materials and new materials which are eco-friendly and which saves lots of time of the project.
And I must add one thing in that we are one of the oldest member in the laminating industry. We are the oldest member of IGBC as an institution.
Oh, great!
And we are there to provide the FSC certified product as well.
That's really great. That's really good to know. Fantastic.
I forgot to add something, that as a whole, for our product, folders play a very important role. Because in that a lot of samples are put in and a lot of cost is incurred from our company's point of view also. It becomes heavy for an architect like you also to keep it, and in metro cities like Delhi, Bombay, you have space constraint. So we also kind of developed, and we would kind of send it to all the panelists here, a printed folder that was developed keeping in mind that we've just tried it out, but and we sent it to all the eminent companies in our industry as well, for them to move towards this printed folder. In that, what we've done is we've kind of taken the 3D image sort of a thing of every piece that we put in as in the folder. Instead of putting the actual piece, we've kind of put the 3D picture. It's not exactly 3D. If you touch and feel, you can kind of feel the grains, you can feel the texture. So we would send it to you, and not our particular printed folder, but we would request everybody here to kind of move towards that printed folder, because it's like a coffee table book. It can be easily used, and it is something that saves you also from a lot of heavy cost, space. And we have requested the industry, like other players, other companies like Century, Green, everybody, to also move towards this. So as an industry, we are moving towards printed folder now. We're trying that everybody moves towards printed folder because of the heaviness and the samples that are put in. So if it is suitable for architects like you to use
I
it.
would like, Shaza, if you can refer, there's this small folder containing 3 catalogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy to carry.
So
And
it can be lifted with one hand. Otherwise, one big folder is 10 kilos. You cannot really lift it up.
of course.
So
The most important part, the look and feel is all as same as the laminate only. That is the biggest plus. See, making a supplementary or catalog won't solve the purpose. If you require to see ultimately after watching this, if you require to see the actual folder, then the purpose of making this folder will be failed.
Yes.
the touch and feel factor will remain there, but what we thought that we could minimize that to some extent, because people have now got used to virtual and they have kind of gotten used to this factor. So we thought that this might be the right time to bring something like this in.
Sir, otherwise, if we have to visit somebody like the market to meet, at that time we require 3 people along with to carry all 8 or 9 catalogs along with that. And then most of the time the person says, "Bhai Sahab, you please take your catalogs back." Whenever
we don't.
But I know that even it happened with me while I visited you for the first time.
Absolutely right. We just tell them, yes, we will go through that later on, and we will call you whenever the requirement is there.
This is something so handy that anybody can keep it. Like it is just like any other magazine kept in your cabin. So it's
That's
just
great.
like,
Great initiative from your side. That's fantastic. So many your company, this Amulya Mica is doing. That's so nice. So good to know about all these things. So, Mr. Sushant, you need something to play some video?
Yes, sir. Before that, sir, we have some questions from the audience. If you could see the chat box. There are a few questions posted by the attendees. If any one of the panelists could take those questions and address.
the second question.
I hope all the panelists can see the questions. It's in the chat box, Q&A chat box.
I would like to attend a question from Mr. Shabir Patel. It is in the reply of one, our Imperial series is a perfect replacement of dry veneer, embossed veneer and PU coated veneer. Mr. Patel want to ask, what about the fixtures do they hold? As far as the fixing of this product, it is a standard laminate, as good as a laminate. So you can apply this normal adhesive as you fix a laminate. I don't think there is any more questions are there. There basically the comments are only there.
Q&A, there is a question about laminate flooring. Actually, we don't make products that are for flooring. Like we don't do wooden flooring and stuff. There was one question for that. So yeah, I think more or less.
One more. I can see one more question from Sovio Sutari.
Oh, why?
Do you see changes in policies, standards, and certifications post-COVID phase? Do we value nature more, or exploitation of the same will lead to other crises? We had climate changes to deal and COVID. So what role of governance here? I think we have already covered this.
Yes.
During our discussions.
Perfect. Then I think this was quite an insightful session. Anything, Sharja, you want to add here? Other panelists would like to add here? I think this session was quite insightful.
Covered more than everything.
Perfect. So I think it was quite an insightful session. The audience had a lot to take from this. I would personally like to thank all the panelists who are present here, took their time out. To Amulya Mica, and also to the audience who was present during the entire webinar. Thank you so much for your time, and requesting all to stay safe and take care.
Okay. Bye-bye to everybody.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Thank you so much.
Goodbye.